The biggest problem we see with golfers, I would say the most common swing fall I tend to see is for, right-handed golfers, for example, they slice the ball off to the right every time. And, there's little tricks you can do where you turn your hands or you just angle yourself to the left to get around it, but a much better approach would be to actually straighten out your swing. So what's happening when you slice that ball off to the right? Well, in your stance, most of the time we're gonna see either early extension in the hips. So as you swing, you start to bring the hips forward, and now as you're coming through on your swing, your hips are way forward because you don't really have good glute activation. You're not engaging your core. So if you watch my shoulders, there's no way I can bring my hips forward and not bring my shoulders up. So that elevation of shoulders forces you to swing down in a different channel. We call that swinging over the top. So now that you've swung over the top, as your club head is coming down to hit the ball, it's moving in a downward motion in order to make contact. So the club head comes down on the ball, and that's gonna put a ton of spin and slice it off to the right. Or you're just gonna miss the ball entirely and dig a hole, and you're gonna send that chunk of dirt further than the ball goes. The other thing that really limits your golf swing is as you get stuck in that upward flexion, you lose a lot of rotation in the shoulders. So now what we tend to see is you try to bring your club head back, and you can't turn your shoulders enough. So you gotta break your elbows and bend too much, or you start to over-rotate the legs. This is gonna create that same over the top. Now we're gonna get a slide in the hips. We can end up with a couple of really nasty things here. You're either gonna put too much tension and start to strain the ligaments in your knees, or your upper body's gonna lag behind your lower body, and that creates something in golf we call a reverse spine angle. Now that your lower back is bending the wrong way because of that lag, you put an immense amount of pressure on the discs in your lower back, and that can lead to all kinds of lower back injuries, herniated discs, sciatica, things like that. So working on getting better rotation through the upper back and better engagement and activation of the glute muscles is really gonna help you not only play better golf, but be healthier and be able to play it for longer. And that's where we can come in with adjustments and exercises to help out.